The return of Jim Butters caused quite a stir in Little Mixing. Jim Butters loved cake, but one day he'd had enough. This happened to coincide with the day he witnessed Flora Lovelard and Marge Dumpling cutting the brakes on his mother's car before her entirely downhill journey to Puddingville TV studios, where adverts for her boxed cake recipes would have spelled disaster for Little Mixing's entirely edible Ulysses. In exchange for the promise of a whole chocolate fudge brownie cake, he kept quiet about the speed enhancing. Jim got his cake and ate it the day of his mother's funeral. The chocolate was bitter with the taste of regret in Jim's mouth. When the last crumb was gone, Jim declared he would never eat cake again and left town for fat camp, with a promise to return one day to win the great Little Mixing Bake-Off and make the ladies eat a delicious slice of humble pie with an extra helping of guilt on the side. The day of the great Little Mixing Bake-Off arrives.
Come on, it's 3 minutes until we're live on national television. What are we going to do? I'm sorry, but the lack of nutrients in our mostly cake-based diets has caused unprecedented stunted growth. I can't reach them. My step ladder's broken. Oh, thank you, Jim. God knows what we would have done without you in this competition. What with this room full of vertically challenged handymen and this jumpy women.
The heats begin, cheered on by snacking crowds, all enjoying their free quota of audience muffins and pies. Jim Butters looks nervous as he enters the trifle round, but a look of determination crosses his face as the sound of his freshly assembled Cream Beater 10,000 rumbles to life.
That is the soggiest trifle I have ever seen. What a shame for 4-time winner. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Chef Spatula is about to break the icy world record.
Marge decides to deal with Jim herself.
We did what we had to do. You didn't seem to mind too much at the time when you were eating that giant chocolate fudge cake, bribed by a slice of cake. Who are you to lecture me about morals?
You killed someone.
Well, you're not going to win this time, Jim. Unable to curb your cravings, you dive into a giant vat of icing and die a slow but happy death.
Marge's rump is blocking the icing pump.
My mustache! I will never icing it!
Icing shoots up, knocking away the audience instruction signs to reveal Jim's homemade food fight placard.
Cake fight. Cake fight. Cake fight. Cake fight.
Jim, caught in the crossfire, becomes intoxicated at the oh-so-familiar joy of sugar. His velour-clad fat cam instructor, who had come to see his star pupil compete, leaves with disgust as Jim stuffs his face. Great baking disaster in 1962, Little Mixing was no longer celebrated for its baking craft. As for Jim Butters, I'd like to say he learned to live a life of moderation, but that would be a lie.